If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
I've said time and again I'm playing through 2022. Why is this a question? I said it 3 times. Right. I told Jim Gray. I told the Wall Street Journal. I said it. Why are we talking about this?
Would you be surprised, though, Stephen A., if Brady walks away now?
Yeah. Right. Well, first of all, Antonio Brown betrayed him, betrayed the team, quit on him. It's number one. You don't anticipate that. Right. Chris Godwin goes down, injuries happen, but you're certainly not anticipating that while things are flowing. So you look at it from the standpoint of a Mike Evans, a Gronk, a Brate, and other guys. And if you're Tom Brady, the thing that I continuously point to is the fact that he always talked about playing until he was 45. Last time I checked, he's 44. Mm-hmm. He'll be 45 next season. And since he's known as a guy that's pretty good with his word, when he tells you what the mission is, he's pretty good about following it. To me, leaving now would be a year early.
Damn, holy cow, is he still good? We didn't see a ton of slippage in his play. He could still throw the ball with the best of them out there.
The fact of the matter is he's always said 45. Right. And to be quite honest with you, he's so sensational. He's been so great for the sport. Guys, you know what I think? I think it would be good for Tom Brady to walk in the next season and let everybody know this is it. Right. Because I think he deserves to be celebrated in all the way MJ was celebrated.
Like we did with Kobe and all that
J,
kind of stuff.
MJ,
and
Kobe.
Dan,
I like that.
I would be shocked if he left. Let's be real here. Shocked. Let me tell you why. He left New England to play GM. This is his time now to play GM. He didn't want to leave. New England was, they're going to get rid of me early. I might as well go while I still have something in me, and I'm going over here. I'm playing GM. He still has some talent in that building. This is his opportunity to play GM. He was emotional right there. As Stephen A. said, his wife's up there. They've been talking about it. He had to say that to, baby, at least I said it now, But once he rests and get some rest, and them guys start calling, Tom, let's try to do this again. Hey, he'll be back. I refuse to believe we are going to lose Tom Brady. He'll be back one more year.
And not only that, if Tom Brady
He's playing GM,
if Tom Brady had gone down yesterday, fully loaded, that might be a little bit different.
That's the downside of this season.
But you know good and well, he's like, if I had a couple of my weapons, we would have ended this. And so when you look at it from that perspective, I think that's another incentive where I can see him coming back. And the reality is that, you know what? It's beautiful. The thought is beautiful to imagine him coming back with all of those young guns in the AFC, because he don't have to face one of them. If he sat up there and won the NFC, well, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Josh Allen, you got Joe Burrow, you got Justin Herbert, you got Lamar Jackson. Right. I mean, it's like he gonna go against one of them if he was to come out of the NFC next season, if he chose to come back.
I see him at the Super Bowl. I ain't got to deal with them. I see him at the Super Bowl game. And I can get him for one game.
And only one of them.
And then I get on out of here with that.
Can I just read you one thing that TB12 Sports tweeted? You win or you learn. There's no failures, only lessons. When you fall, you need to pick yourself up with greater enthusiasm when you went down. Now we look back on an incredible season, learn our lessons, and get up because even greater things are coming. # keep going.
Brandon, do you believe Brady has taken his last snap?
Absolutely not. I mean, his entire business off the field is built around what? TB12 method. He told us, I'm going to retire. I'm going to play till I'm 45. Right. So he's going to get to 44 and stop? Yeah. Please. And you got to look at it. He led the league in what?
Everything.
Everything. He's not walking away.
He also led the league in not going out like a punk in the playoffs, by the way.
Right.
If you don't always defend the title, but you go out like that, bringing them all the way back.
Well, listen, there's so much to that. At the end of the day, Tom Brady said this, 10 years ago, I'm going to play till I'm 45. Yeah. He's not going to get to this point and stop. TB12 business is built off of this, how to extend their career, pliability, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Tom Brady's going to show us how to really embrace the last dance because Aaron Rodgers didn't do that.
No, he didn't.
Tom Brady, Bucs quarterback. You guys heard of him?
Yes.
He's 44 years old. He won 13 games this year, the first time in 5 years. Led the league in completions, attempts, yards, touchdowns. He was the least sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Lost on Sunday. Tom Brady has played his final football game.
I think that's an overreaction. I think he's going to sit there and he's going to realize that, you know what?
I don't want to go out with my last play being a handoff to Leonard Fournette. I don't want to do that in a loss. Just don't want it. That he has an opportunity to do it one more time. He's got the group. He's got the setup. He's got maybe the support of his family. But it really does depend on, like, I will tell you this. Anytime my wife or my kids say, hey, how about this? And I'm thinking, no shot, because I've got work, I've got this, I've got that. It totally changes my mindset. Totally does. If his daughter says, Daddy, I'd love to have you a little bit more, then I think that might be a wrap. I'm serious.
Rich, not to interrupt, but Chris Carter was on Good Morning Football this morning and talked about that. And what Chris Carter said was, guys don't really retire to spend time with the family. He goes, they say it, they give you the sound bite.
Yeah.
But in reality, they want to keep playing until physically they can't do it anymore.
Jeff, Brady's playing, you mentioned, is such a high level. And by the way, why would he retire now? There's no cliff. No. There was no cliff. In fact, from the man in the arena, it turns out, you know how I'll assure that he'll keep playing. I just have to say, Brady, you can't do it. You're washed up. You'll never be able to. Apparently, that motivates him. Why would he stop now?
He won't. He won't. I'm with Brady. Like this. I mean, I understand he has a lot to come to grips with, family, all those kinds of things. But when you think about what Tom Brady is capable of, what he continues to do, and by the way, this attrition that his team faced throughout this playoff run is not dissimilar to Kansas City and them getting embarrassed in the Super Bowl. You can say what you want. The Rams should not have let this team even in this game. This should have been a 3-score game easily. And this was not because Tom Brady was on the field. This is because these dudes dropped the ball. They let off the gas. They got a different mentality.
Seems to happen to the Falcons, to the Rams, happens to a lot of teams with Tom Brady.
But sometimes you have to be that much better than a Tom Brady-led team to kill the Terminator.
That's right.
Remember a couple years ago we were talking about that? You got to melt that SOB down to nothing. You got to hope he doesn't reconstitute. You got to take the pieces and scatter them across a 3,000 square mile radius. And he still finds a way to regather. It really is. And we're going to talk more coming up later about whether or not it was Brady's last game. If it was his last game, he's got nothing to be ashamed of. He did everything in his power to try to will a lesser team to victory over a Rams team that is stocked with superstars, and we saw why they went and got those guys.
We've seen him play so long at such a high level that we just automatically assume that it's going to happen again because he loves it so much and is still so great at it. I won't be surprised if he comes back and plays because he's so good at it.
For the old axiom that we have said over and over again, do not give Tom Brady chances ever. Just ask the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl.
Ever.
Because sure enough, it was a 27-3 lead, not 28-3, 27-3 lead that the Rams had, and then kept making mistakes. Cooper Kupp, of all people, fumbles it. Brady cashes it in to make it 27-13. Then they go 3 and out, the Rams. Brady gets the ball back, but in comes Von Miller to save the day. Sack fumble. Yes, here come the Rams. What will they do to cash it in? Just snap it over Stafford's head. Give the ball back to Brady, who, however, turns it over on downs not once, but twice. And the Rams have the Bucs exactly where they wanted. Would have signed for it. Up 14 with 5 minutes to go. Of course you're going to sign for that. Especially when you've got your Pro Bowl kicker teed up for a 47-yarder to make it a 3-score game and he hits it short? Short on a 47-yarder? Like, what is this, 1971? How does that happen? Well, Brady gets the ball back. And of all people, finds Mike Evans over, of all people, Jalen Ramsey, 55-yarder, 1-score game. But the Rams, all they got to do is just run it out because in the previous possession, they made the Bucs burn all their timeouts and Cam Akers fumbles again. How does that happen? But the defense forces Brady into another 4th down. And is this the last play of the game for Brady? Last play of the season for Brady? Last play of the career for Brady? He hands it off to Leonard Fournette, who scores on 4th and 1 to tie the game.
Unbelievable.
Rams are reeling. 27-3 lead. Poof, gone. First play for Stafford. You're thinking, okay, here he comes now. He's going to fumble it. He's going to throw a pick, and the ball's on the ground. But it's ruled not a fumble. Rams still got the ball. They recovered it anyway. And that's when Stafford finds Cooper Kupp, not once but twice, on a 20-yarder and then a 44-yarder. How does Kupp get so wide open? He's only the Triple Crown winner in receiving.
Right? Like, what are we doing?
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.